How to do intermittent fasting for weight loss while working night shift at the same time. It's not exactly as complicated as you think. Trust me, when it comes to trying to implement intermittent fasting when trying to lose weight while working night shift all at the same time, the very first thing that you need to do is you need to pick a schedule that works with your schedule, right? That's what's going to make this whole process so much easier for you and every other step that follows right after. So if you're working a full-time shift at night, for example, at my workplace, the evening shifts are either 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. or 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So that's a whole 8 hours. Now, the question is, what fasting schedule should you pick? And I would say that completely depends on you. For example, if you are someone who can't go that long without eating, then obviously you need to pick a fasting schedule with the longest eating window. One example would be 16-8. You're working an 8-hour shift, therefore the best schedule to pick is one that has an 8-hour eating window. Simple as that. Or in a different case, if you're someone who can go a lot longer without food, then pick the one with the shortest eating window. For example, OMAD. So when it comes to picking your schedule, it just really depends on what you want to do. Also, applying common sense here. Picking a schedule with the shortest eating window, if you're someone who can't go that long without food, makes no sense. And the same thing can be said the other way around. That's why you really need to look at how your schedule looks, what kind of person you are, and then make the decision from there. After that, the most important thing you need to do, if you take anything away from this video, is to make sure that you stay consistent with your eating window, even on days that you're not working. Okay, consistency is key here. Try not to eat right before you go to bed after your shift ends, okay? Because if you wait too long in between meals, all that's going to do is cause you to overeat, making this whole process completely useless. So you need to manage your meals correctly. Do not eat at random times and have specific times that you eat throughout your shift, and try to keep it consistent every single day. And when it comes to what you should eat, try to eat foods that are high in protein, high in fiber, healthy fats, because the benefit that you're going to get from doing all that is keeping yourself full for a long period of time. Now, if you eat high quality foods that help you do just that, you won't even really have a reason to overeat to begin with. And that's obviously what we want. Try to avoid junk food. You're not going to get any benefit from that at all. As a matter of fact, you're just going to get a bunch of downsides. In other words, not staying full, and these are what you call empty calories. They give you no benefit whatsoever. Make sure to stay hydrated, because that's also another factor that comes into play when keeping yourself full. Because, fun fact, 95% of the time when you feel hungry is mostly because you're thirsty. And if you want to keep this completely 100% healthy, just stick to water, okay? Keep things simple for yourself. I get that we all want to be a little fancy here and there with our coffee or tea or what have you, but if you want this process to be as simple as possible, just stick to water. Try to plan your meals ahead of time. Again, like I said earlier, don't be random or try to improvise. Always, always, always have a game plan. Don't just rush head on into something without first planning everything out. It makes the whole process easier. Also, try to work around your break times, whether that's 30 minutes or an hour. Use that time wisely. Don't waste your time on your phone, and make sure that as soon as your shift ends, get your damn sleep. Stop staying awake, because another problem that occurs is if you stay up late, you're giving your body more time to feel hungry, eventually leading up to unnecessary binge eating. So go to bed. And the number one thing that you need to implement in order for all this to work is to be in a calorie deficit, please. If you are not, I guarantee you are going to fail miserably over and over again. As a matter of fact, make sure that's the first step that you take before even doing anything. And of course, if you do all that correctly, plus the calorie deficit, you're gonna lose the weight easy peasy. So anyway, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, go ahead and let me know by giving this video a like, comment below, subscribe, all that good stuff. And with that said, I will see you guys next time.